first. And Mangold moves to second with 2 away here in top of inning number 1. That's going to bring up junior first baseman Bridget Hoffman. Hoffman hit a home run in game number 1 to get the Hawks on the board in the second inning of game 1 as she stands in there and takes the ball. 1-0 to count. The 1-0 is going to be hit out into right center field. Mangold's going to come around third and score. Morrison's going to move to third on the play on an RBI single by Bridget Hoffman. So her good night continues here tonight as Mangold scores and Morrison moves over to third base. And the Hawks go up 1-0 here early in the top of the first as Kristen Wegman digs in for the Hawks. First pitch is taken for a called strike. Hoffman steals second on the play as a stolen base for Bridget Hoffman. And now there's runners on second and third here with 2 away in the top of the first inning. The 0-1 to Wegman is taken in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Defensively for the Blazers, in the outfield, Abby Hafler, Isabel Bennett, as Wegman hits a foul ball down the third base side. Macy Jock in right field. Around the infield, third base, Carrie Wells, Mackenzie Aarons, Brooke Lucas, Amber Bockenstead at first. Your catchers, Kelly Engelken, and Sydney Steffen is your starting pitcher for game 2. The 1-2 to Wegman is going to be hit to the shortstop, and they're going to call Hoffman out. They're going to call Hoffman out on that, as that is going to be interference, runner interference rather, as the hit was to the shortstop. She threw on the first anyway, but that's going to do it. The Hawks score 1 run in the top of the first inning on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. West Delaware 1, Beckman 0. You're listening to Hawk Softball from KMCH Sports.
At Tauke Motors, we believe in a gentler, simpler way of doing business. Check out our large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as a great incentive at TaukeMotors.com. If you're looking for a new, pre-owned vehicle or service on your current vehicle, come to Tauke Motors, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram on 9th Street in Dyersville.
GMB Bank in Manchester is proud to support all area athletes and their communities. The GMB team is your connection to convenient banking and everyday time savers, like your debit card, online banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. Connect with a financial partner who truly understands your needs. GMB Bank, member FDIC.
Larry at Greenworks Landscaping can create the look you've always wanted with landscaping, trees, and shrubs, retaining walls, paver patios, fire rings, and windbreaks. Larry can deliver bulk mulch. And edgers, call Larry at 563-920-3776. Greenworks Landscaping, from complete custom landscape to the do-it-yourselfer.
On with in-studio producer Darby Washington, Jamie Vasky back here in Dyersville as West Delaware leads this game 1-0 as we go to the bottom of inning number 1. First for the Blazers is going to be the center fielder, Isabel Bennett. She's going to hit a foul ball off to the right side, just over my head as I'm off to in the grass here right behind the Beckman High School. As the 0-1 now is Isabel Bennett. Sydney Steffen and Amber Bockenstead set to lead this thing off for the Blazers. The 0-1 is taken for a ball. 1-1 the count as we set the defense for the Hawks after this 1-1 pitch from Kristen Wegman. It's going to be taken in the dirt and gets past Himes for ball 2. In the outfield for the Hawks, Kyra Vasky, Emily Toll, and Megan Collins. On the infield for West Delaware, third base, Haley Morrison, Kristen Wegman, Heidi Yankovic, and Bridget Hoffman. The catcher is Ashley Himes. And your pitcher for game number 2 is 8th grader Emily Klosterman. As Emily Klosterman, this is her 12th start of the season. She's 6-2, 58 innings pitched, as she has an ERA of 2.66. The 1-2-2 is swung on a miss, strike 3. So Bennett is down on strikes for the first out of this bottom of the first inning. As next up for the Blazers is going to be the pitcher, Sydney Steffen. As Steffen stands in there from the right side of the plate. As the first pitch is swung on a miss, strike 1. as the count is 0-1 here with one away here in the bottom of the first inning. As the 0-1 is fouled straight back, so 0-2 the count on Sydney Steffen. Sydney Steffen, an 8th grader for the Beckman Blazers. She started in game 1, took the loss in that game. As this, for her, is her 21st start of the season. She's 5-14 after that game 1 loss. The 0-2 swung on a miss, high pitch, but she went up after it, and she strikes out swinging for out number 2. So quickly, Klosterman with 2 strikeouts to start this game, and 2 away here, and the next batter for the Beckman Blazers is going to be Amber Bockenstedt. As Bockenstedt digs in right side of the plate, hits this one, a short pop fly. Hoffman makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Blazers in the bottom of the first. We go to the second. Hawks leading 1-0. You're listening to West Delaware Softball on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Strength on its own can be impressive. When consistency is added, that's when it becomes real. Northwestern Mutual has been able to deliver real financial strength for over 150 years through every economic environment. Contact me, Mitch Payton or Matt Schulte today. Northwestern Mutual, insurance, investments, ideas.
For all your general contracting needs, turn to the professionals at Lucky Building Service in Manchester. For commercial, remodeling and building and new home construction, call the experts, Lucky Building Service in Manchester, 563-927-5677.
Get in shape and have fun at 24-Hour Total Fitness Center on East Main in Manchester. All levels, all ages. Begin your road to better health today at 24-Hour Total Fitness Center, East Main, Manchester.
Welcome back in here to Dyersville. Jamie Vasky along with you. As we head to the top of the second inning, West Delaware leading 1-0. Again, we'll be having get updates from John Swisher of the game 2 of the boys' games as that game moves along. As the Hawks come to bat here in the top of the second inning, Megan Collins set to lead off for the Hawks, and the first pitch to Collins is taken low and inside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Collins, a senior for the Hawks, as she went 1 for 4 in game 1. As the 1-0 pitch, she takes it inside, takes it for strike 1. 1-1 the count. As our home plate umpire, Justin Penner, for game 2. Our base umpire is Dave King. As the 1-1 is fouled straight back, and will be 1-2 on Collins. As Collins digs in and awaits the 1-2 pitch, she's going to swing and pop this one up on the infield, and second baseman Brooke Lucas comes out over and makes the catch for out number 1, and that's going to bring up freshman left fielder Kyra Vasky. As Vasky stands in here, her first at-bat of the season, and she takes first pitch for a called strike 1, so 0-1 the count. As we're in the top of the second inning, Hawks lead 1-0. As the 8-hitter Vasky stands in, the 0-1 is taken inside for ball 1, 1-1 the count. As Coach Tiffany Rave and the West Delaware Hawks victorious in game 1, 7-1 the final. As the 1-1 to Vasky is going to be dribbled down the right side, picked up by Amber Bockenstedt. And she's going to take it to first base herself for out number 2. So 2 away, and that's going to bring up sophomore second baseman Heidi Yankovic. As she stands in from the left side, on the left side of the plate. First pitch to Yankovic is taken for a called strike 1. Tiffany Rave in her first season here at West Delaware. 5th overall. She's 129-58 after that game 1 win over the Blazers. Yankovic hits it to the left side. Third baseman Carrie Wells picks it up and throws errantly, and she's going to get to second base as it's out of play. Dead ball. As an error on the throw, as Yankovic will reach on the throwing error by Carrie Wells. So Yankovic will move to second as that ball got out of play. And that's going to bring up Emily Toll. She's 0 for 1 with a grounded out her first time out. And this one Ball's on the ground. The ball is on the ground as Wells came up and made the catch, and then the ball dropped, and she is down over there. As it was a nice diving catch, thought she had it. As Wells came up to make the catch. Yankovic will move. Yankovic will move to third. Toll will be on first, but as they tend to carry Wells over there at third base, we'll take a short break and come back. You're listening to Hawk Softball from KMC Sports.
When the unexpected happens, call Krager Body Shop in Dyersville. They specialize in major and minor collision repair and frame straightening. For all of your auto body work, see Krager Body Shop in Dyersville.
The Manchester Press is your community newspaper. Check out the sports section for game stats and photos of area players and game highlights. The Manchester Press, serving the area for over 130 years.
Great food and great fun with friends. That's what's waiting for you at Beaver's Lounge in Manchester. Check out their Thursday night bucket of wings special and Friday night fish special. Beaver's also has a different lunch special every Monday through Friday. Beaver's Lounge on the corner of Main and Madison in downtown Manchester. Leave it to Beaver's to show you a good time.
Newhouse Construction and Concrete is proud to support all our area athletes. Give Phil a call at 927-5178 for your commercial, ag, or residential projects, or visit newhouseconstruction.com. Newhouse Construction and Concrete turns design into reality.
Our local sports teams build strong programs by mastering the fundamentals of the game. Our F&M Bank team has also built a strong foundation on mastering the fundamentals in banking. Where a handshake goes a long way, you are provided clear-cut solutions to your financial questions where you are greeted by name. This is the F&M Personal Touch. F&M Bank, the right choice, member FDIC.
Going above and beyond is a standard of care at Above and Beyond Home Health and Hospice Care. Their compassionate staff cares deeply about the comfort of their patients. A nurse is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Above and Beyond Healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Proudly serving Jones, Jackson, Johnson, Lynn, Clayton, and Delaware counties.
At Georgian Auto in Manchester, their approach to auto repairs is simple. Fix it right and get you back on the road. From tires to transmissions, they fix it all. Georgian Auto in Manchester, where complete automotive service and repair is their complete focus.
You may not wear glasses or contacts, but how do you know if you're seeing your best or if your eyes are healthy? Why not be proactive and get your eyes examined? Dr. Daniel E. Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Call 563-927-3682 to schedule an appointment. Manchester Family Vision Center wishes all the local sports teams best of luck this season. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
And welcome back into Dyersville as Carrie Wells is taken off the field. Looks like an arm injury as she rolled over after making that catch and then dropping the ball. As Liz Kolak digs in and watches strike one go by and then swings and misses at the second pitch, so 0-2 to count on Kolak as she stands in here. 0 for 1, grounded out her first time up, fouls this one away. So 0-2 the count. Hawks lead at 1-0 here. Top of the second inning. Kolak watches that one high for ball one. As the 1-2 is taken for a ball. So 2-2 the count on Kolak. As she stands in here, 2 away. The 2-2 is taken high for ball 3. So 3-2 the count. Runners on second, third here for the Hawks. Yankovic on third. Toll over to second as she took second base a minute ago, and Kolak hits this ball over to the third baseman, Bockenstead, and she is going to step on it for out number 3. The Hawks don't get any there. One hit, one Blazer error, and 2 Hawks left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. Hawks 1, Blazers 0. You're listening to West Delaware Softball on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester proudly supports all area athletes. Bob Stephen Motors is your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. Check them out on their web at bobstephenmotors.com.
A great night out awaits you at Hartridge Golf Course. Join us for Taco Tuesday and our Thursday night specials featuring roasted chicken. Watch the Iowa games with 50-cent wings and drink specials at Hartridge, north of Manchester on 195th Street.
Northeast Iowa Telephone Service in Manchester has everything you need to stay connected. Northeast Iowa Telephone has a staff of professionals available to help you get connected, from the installation of your new entertainment system to cable and data wiring in your home or business. Northeast Iowa Telephone Service is your sight, sound, and electronics connection on South Franklin Street in downtown Manchester.
Back into Dyersville as we move to the bottom of inning number 2. Kelly Engel can do up for the Blazers as Emily Klosterman delivers the first pitch. Taken for a ball, 1-0 the count. After 2 innings over at Commercial Club Park, the Hawks lead the Blazers 2-1. Again, the West Delaware boys victorious in game 1, 8-3. As Engelken is going to hit this ball into right center field, tolls over to her left to pick it up, but that's going to be a double for Kelly Engelken as she leads this thing off for the Blazers with a leadoff double. As the first pitch is going to be bunted, Morrison picks up, throws over to Yankovic. Yankovic can't handle it, as the batter there for the Blazers was Becca Kennedy, who came in for Carrie Wells. And she's going to bunt. And Yankovic had to reach, but it was in her glove, so Engelken will score and tie this game up. As the next batter up is going to bunt as well, throws over again. Yankovic's going to make the play this time for out number 1. The runner, Kennedy, moves over to second base, and that is the first down of this inning. So 5-3 on the put out there, 5-4 rather, on the put out there. As the first pitch is taken for a ball. This one is going to be laced down the left field. Basky goes to her right in foul territory and makes the catch for out number 2. As the runner Kennedy holds up at second, Macy Jock put a charge into that one. And that's going to be the second out of the inning. That was Mackenzie Ahrens hitting that ball out to left field. And the first pitch here to Brooke Lucas is taken for a called strike 1. This ball's going to be hit off to the right side. Hoffman goes back and makes the catch for out number 3. But the Blazers get 1 and tie it up. Here in the bottom of inning number 2, the Blazers get 1 runner, 1 hit, 1 Hawk here, and 1 runner left on. We go to the third. It's all tied up. West Delaware 1, Beckman 1. You're listening to Hawk Softball from KMCH Sports.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank, with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at americantrust.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is located at 105 East Butler Street in Manchester and at 1113 West 3rd Street in Benton. Your vision is our primary focus.
Delhi Lumber has products for every home and every budget. Delhi Lumber carries Midland doors, which are one of the best values around. You can see Midland doors today or call Delhi Lumber at 563-922-2404. For more information, your Midland overhead door dealer, Delhi Lumber, big town quality with small town service. Delhi Lumber, your authorized overhead Midland door dealer, has big town quality with small town service.
Back here in Dyersville, Jamie Vasky along with you tonight as we move to the top of inning number 3. It's all tied up here with the Hawks and the Blazers. Once Delaware victorious in game 7-1, the final score, as the Blazers put one run up in the bottom of inning number 7. And here we are, top of the 3rd inning, and Ashley Himes, the senior catcher for West Delaware, digs in and takes first pitch for a ball. In the pitcher here for the Blazers, Sydney Steffen. And her second start here tonight, the 8th grader, delivers the second pitch and is going to be taken for ball 2. So 2-0 the count here on Ashley Himes. The 2-0 is going to be taken, called strike 1. 2-1 the count here. Because again, the West Delaware boys playing over at Commercial Club Park tonight here in Dyersville. After 2 innings, the Hawks were up 2-1 over the Beckman Blazers as Himes hits a line drive out into center field, but it's going to be caught out there by the center fielder, Isabel Bennett, for out number 1. As Himes put a charge into it, but Bennett took a few steps back and camped under it for out number 1, and now Haley Morrison's going to stand in here. She's 1 for 1 with a single her first time up, and the first pitch to Morrison is in the dirt. Ball 1 gets by the catcher, Kelly Engelken. As Morrison, senior here for the Hawks, having a good senior season as this ball is laced up the middle. It'll be a 1-out single for Haley Morrison as she continues her good season. As I was mentioning, batting .404 on the season, 40 hits coming into tonight. As that's going to bring up Bridget Hoffman, as Hoffman's going to hit it out to the shortstop, Mackenzie Ahrens. She throws over to the second baseman, Brooke Lucas. As out at second is Morrison, and tried to turn a double play there. But Hoffman makes it to first base, so there's 2 outs now, and that's going to bring up Kristen Wegman, Hawk Jr. shortstop in game number 2 as she takes first pitch for a strike 1, 0-1 the count. Wegman was the winning pitcher for the Hawks in game 1. She hits this ball out into left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Hoffman on her way to third. Wegman will hold up at first with a 2-out single as Hoffman moves over to third. So we've got runners at first and third here with 2 outs in the top of inning number 3, as it's 1-1 is our score. As Megan Collins, senior right fielder for the Hawks, steps in with 2 away. She's 0 for 1 with a fly out her first time up. She takes this first pitch for a called strike 1. Collins, again in game 1, 1 for 4. She had a single game. And the 0-1 is taken for a called strike 2. So 0-2 the count here on Megan Collins. Like to see the Hawks put some more runs up here. The Blazers trying to get out of this half inning as the 0-2 is in the dirt. Nice job there by Kelly Engelken to cover up that ball and prevent it from getting to the backstop as the count moves to 1-2. 2 away here, top of inning number 3. The 1-2 to Steffen is hit out into right center field. That's going to be a base hit. Hoffman's going to score. Wegman's on her way to third base, and the Hawks have runners on first and third again, still with 2 outs. As it's going to bring up the left fielder, Tyra Vasky, who's 0 for 1. She grounded out to first baseman Amber Bockenstead her first time out. But the Hawks take a 2-1 lead here in the top of inning number 3. Vasky hits it to the right side. It's going to be scooped up by the second baseman, Brooke Lucas, for out number 3. But the Hawks The Hawks get 1 run on 3 hits, no Beckman errors, and 2 runners left on. We go to the bottom of inning number 3. The Hawks lead it 2-1. You're listening to West Delaware Softball on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
At Community Savings Bank, it's simple. Simply free checking comes with free debit cards, free online banking with bill pay, free mobile money, and free thank you gifts. Find out more about Simply Free Checking at one of our 7 locations or online at cspiowa.com. Community Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Jay's Auto Supercenter on the Greater East End of Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, and a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. At Jay's Auto, customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
On with in-studio producer Darby Washington, Jamie Vesky back with you here from Dyersville. As the Hawks and Blazers in game number 2 here. The Hawks lead it 2-1 as the Blazers come up to bat. Leading off for Beckman is going to be Heather Bach instead, the designated player. As she stands in here for the Beckman Blazers and Coach Tom Tegler in his 2nd season here at Beckman, 12th overall. As he's got a career record of 136 and 131 after that game 1 loss. Spent 5 seasons at Ed Cohen from 2009 to 2013. And then he was here 5 seasons before that at Beckman. 2014, the Blazers were 9-29 as they were beaten in the first round of regionals to Mount Vernon. The final score in that one was 6-3. As again, the Blazers 6-18 as Bach instead the 2-0. She tried to bunt it, and she went through it and strike 1, so 2-1 the count. Again, for West Delaware, 8th grade pitcher Emily Klosterman. Klosterman with 42 Ks on the season. Popped up is Bach instead right to the pitcher Emily Klosterman. For out number 1. So Klosterman comes up and takes it herself for out number 1, and that's going to take us back to the top of the order for the Blazers and Isabel Bennett, the center fielder. She's 0 for 1 her first time up. She struck out swinging in that first time up, and she's going to hit this one out into center field for a 1-out single for the Blazers. And that's going to bring up 8th grader, the pitcher Sydney Steffen for Beckman. She stands out in here with 1 away in the bottom of inning number 3. As she's 0 for 1, she struck out swinging her first time up. First pitch to her, swung on a miss for strike 1. Steffen stands in here, comes into tonight with a .315 batting average. This ball in the dirt, but Himes is able to corral it. And the count is even 1-1. As here, the Hawks lead this game 2-1, bottom of inning number 3. As Klosterman comes set, this ball hit up the middle for another single as station to station here as Bennett goes to second on the single by Sydney Steffen. As the West Delaware boys add 1 in the 3rd inning, they're up 3-1 now over the Beckman Blazers. Again, West Delaware boys baseball team winning 8-3 in game 1. They're up 3-1 in game 2. As this ball's hit out into right field, Collins is going to come up to make the stop and get it in. But again, everybody just moving up 1 base, so a single by Amber Mock instead, and now the bases are loaded with 1 away here in the bottom of inning number 3. So the Blazers threatening here. And Kelly Engelken digs in for the Blazers. Engelken, the sophomore for the Blazers, one of 2 sophomores. The Beckman Blazers with 3 seniors, 1 junior, 2 sophomores, 6 freshmen, and 5 8th graders, for a total of 17 girls on their roster. And quickly, the count is 0-2 on Kelly Engelken. As Engelken comes into tonight with a batting average of .239 as the 0-2 is taken high for ball 1. 1-2 the count. Again, 1 away here. Bottom of inning number 3, the Blazers threatening with the bases loaded. as Emily Kolsterman, the 8th grade pitcher for the Hawks, tries to get out of this jam, and that pitch is taken just inside for ball 2. 2-2 the count here. The Hawks trying to get out of a jam here. The 2-2 to Engelken is hit right back up the middle. Kolsterman's going to pick it up. She tries to throw home, but the runner is going to be safe, as that'll be an infield single. And that ball was hit hard at Kolsterman, hit off her hand. As everybody moves up one base on the single by Engelken, but right off the hand of Kolsterman, she tried to pick it up and throw home, but not in time, as Isabel Bennett scores on the play. As I think we're going to get a pinch hitter maybe. See what Coach Tom Tegler, he's talking to our home plate umpire as Kolsterman takes a couple warm-up pitches after taking one off the hand there. As Becca Kennedy is scheduled to hit, I believe we have a pinch hitter coming to the plate for the Blazers, and it looks like it's going to be Madison Welling. As Madison Welling will come to the plate for Beckman. As Kolsterman seems to be all right as she gets set. Madison Welling coming into tonight with a batting average of Madison Welling. With 183 batting average for the Blazers, and the first pitch to her, it gets away from Himes, but nobody advances there as it just got behind her. But so it's ball 1, 1-0 the count here. Still with just one away, and the bases loaded here for the Blazers in the bottom of inning number 3. It's tied up 2-2. As Welling stands in, the 1-0 is going to be fouled off to the right side to even the count at 1-1. As Madison Welling, a freshman for the Blazers, one of 6 freshmen on the roster, as she takes the next pitch and swings and misses for strike 2. 1-2 the count now, with one away here and the bases loaded. It's Beckman 3, West Delaware 2. You listen to Hawk Softball from KNCH Sports.
Hi, this is Jamie Vasky at Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester, encouraging you to plan ahead. Have us check your heating or air conditioning unit before you need it. For residential or commercial plumbing and heating needs and top quality Lennox furnaces and heating units, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street in Manchester, or give us a call at 927-2232.
Viafield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Viafield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
And welcome back in here to Dyersville. Jamie Vasky back along with you as we move to the top of inning number 4. As the Beckman Blazers softball team leads the Hawks right now 3-2 after a 2 spot for the Blazers in the bottom of inning number 3. As we go to the top of the 4th, leading off for the Hawks is going to be Heidi Yankovic. As she's 0 for 1, she reached on an error her first time up. As she stands in here from the left side as our umpire is over near the third base dugout. Not sure if the Blazers made any changes out there. I haven't heard. As Yankovic now, she steps in here from the left side of the plate. As Yankovic's first pitch, she fouls this one back to the left. So the count will be 0-1. As Hawk Junior pitcher Kristen Wegman warms up to my right here in the bullpen after, not sure if Emily Klosterman did. She was kind of looking and holding her hand in that last between innings there as she took that line drive off the hand. It's there in the bottom of the 3rd inning. As Yankovic stands in the 1-1, she's going to hit it off to the right side. Second baseman Lucas throws on to first to Amber Bach instead for the 4-3 putout. And that is out number 1. And that's going to move us back to the top of the order as Emily Toll digs in for the Hawks. As the first pitch to Toll is taken high. 4-1, 1-0 the count. With 1 away here in the top of the 4th inning. The Blazers leading the Hawks 3-2. Toll's going to bunt this one down. First baseman Amber Mockenstead is going to pick it up and throw over to Brooke Lucas, who's covering first base for out number 2. That's going to bring up Liz Kolak, the sophomore for the Hawks, as she stands in from the right side. She's 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. As this one's going to be hit back to the pitcher, Steph, and she throws on to first for out number 3. So the Hawks go quietly here in the 4th. We go to the bottom of inning number 4. Beckman leads it 3-2. You're listening to Hawks Softball on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
Whatever your favorite sport, we know you will join Parrott Insurance and Grinnell Mutual in supporting all of our local athletes. Parrott Insurance is proud to be part of this community and looks forward to catching all of the sports action this year. If you want a strong insurance team working for you, call Parrott Insurance today for a quote from Grinnell Mutual and experience our policy of working together.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
Back here in Dyersville, we move to the bottom of inning number 4 as Kristen Wegman will come on to pitch for the Hawks, as Liz Kolak will come in to play shortstop for West Delaware. As Kolak, the designated player here, will come in and play shortstop for the Hawks as Kristen Wegman comes in. So not sure. Emily Klosterman over here still holding her hand. Does it look like it? She's kind of holding her pinky finger on her throwing hand. As that line drive she took was a laser right up the middle. She knocked it down, but her night looks to be done here for the Hawks as Wegman gets set to pitch here to Mackenzie Ahrens. Ahrens, the shortstop here for the Blazers, a freshman, as Carl's going to be popped up. Kolak camps at shortstop and makes the catch for out number 1. So pop up on the infield for Ahrens, and that's going to bring up Brooke Lucas. As she stands in here, she's 0 for 1 on the night with a fly out her first time up. As Brooke Lucas, another one of the freshmen for the Blazers, as the first pitch to her is taken for a called strike 1. As Brooke Lucas coming into tonight's game with a 227 batting average, and she swings and misses for strike 2. So 0-2 the count here with 1 away in the bottom of inning number 4. The 0-2 is going to be swung on, grounded to the left side. Morrison picks up and throws on to first to Hoffman for out number 2. And that's going to bring up the designated player, Heather Bockenstead. As she stands in here, she's 0 for 1 with a fly out her first time up. As she digs in with 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th, the Blazers leading 3-2. Fouls this first pitch straight back. I think the count 0-1. As we get a new ball from home plate umpire Justin Penner, football coach for the Western Dubuque Bobcats, as the 0-1 as Bockenstead showed bunt, but she pulled the bat back and took it for a ball. 1-1 the count with 2 away here. Bottom of the 4th, Blazers leading 3-2. West Delaware won game 1, 7-1. As the 1-1 is fouled straight back, so 1-2 the count on Heather Bockenstead. As Heather Bockenstead, an 8th grader here for the Blazers, have an update from the boys game at Jenk Field. As there, the count is going to even up 2-2. At Jenk Field over at Commercial Club Park tonight. In the middle of the 4th inning, the West Delaware boys and the Beckman Blazer boys tied up at 3s, as Morrison is going to catch this pop-up by Heather Bockenstead for out number 3. So the Blazers go in order. We go to the 5th. It's Beckman 3, West Delaware 2. You're listening to West Delaware Softball on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Head to Fireside Pub and Steakhouse before or after the game or anytime, featuring steaks, seafood, pasta, sandwiches, and even fresh-made pizza. They say it's the best around. Visit them on the web at firesidemanchester.com for a full menu and special offers.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory wishes all the best to the athletes and appreciates their hard work and scholastic efforts throughout the year. For personal, caring service, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point.
Back here in Dyersville, we move to the top of the 5th inning. 3-2 our score in favor of the Beckman Blazers, as the Blazers here tonight with 1 in the 2nd and 2 in the 3rd. West Delaware with 1 in the 1st and 1 in the 3rd has our score at 3-2 as we move to the top of the 5th. Leading off for the Hawks is senior catcher Ashley Hines, as she's 1 for 2 on the game. She watches first pitch for go in the dirt for ball 1, 1-0 the count. She singled in her first at bat and then flew out in her second. As she awaits the 1-0 pitch from Sydney Steffen, and it's taken low for ball 2, 2-0 the count. here on Hines. Has the 2-0s in the dirt. Ball 3-0 the count. As the 3-0 is taken, or called strike one. 3-1 the count here. We're in the top of the fifth. The Hawks trail 3-2 here to the Beckman Blazers. Is trying to get a spark here from Ashley Himes. She hits this ball out into right field, and it's going to be caught out there. Nice catch by Macy Jock. As a line drive is going to be caught out there by Jock for out number one, and that's going to bring up Haley Morrison, the senior third baseman for the Hawks. As Morrison having a good night. She's 2 for 2 with 2 singles here in this second game. That ball is going to be a foul ball out of play. Out of play as Morrison coming into tonight's game batting .404. 40 hits and 99 at bats. She's got 1 home run and 24 RBIs on the season. As the count is 0-1, she's going to hit this ball out into left field. Nice hit by Morrison, and it's going to get by the left fielder, Becca Kennedy. As there's a single by Morrison, and she goes to second on the fielding error. As it's going to bring up Bridget Hoffman. She's 1 for 2 in this game. She hits the ball to the left side. It's going to be picked up by Mackenzie Aaron, and she's going to beat it out at first base as Morrison will go to third on the play. It's going to be an infield hit for Bridget Hoffman, and the Hawks have runners on first and third with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. That's going to bring up Kristen Wegman. She's 1 for 2 in this game. As Hoffman is going to steal second. Morrison got a little far off the base, but she hustles back and dives in safely. So Hoffman with a stolen base for the Hawks. And it's a 1-0 count. Now runners on second, third here with 1 away. And the 1-0 is taken for ball 2. So 2-0 the count here on Kristen Wegman. As Wegman started this game playing shortstop, and she takes the 2-0 for called strike one and moved to pitcher after Emily Klosterman was hit with a line drive in that third inning. Wegman's going to hit this ball out into short right field as Jock comes on and makes the catch. She throws home and tries to get Morrison, but Morrison is going to score and tie this game up. So sacrifice fly there. And then Hoffman will go to third as Megan Collins stands in. She's out to the shortstop. It's going to be caught for out number 3, but the Hawks get a run to tie this thing up. It's now 3-3 as the Hawks get a run on 2 hits, 1 Blazer error, and 1 runner left on. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's tied up 3-3. Listen to Hawks softball from KMCH Sports.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team, the Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and New Vienna. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
Back here in Dyersville, as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning, Jamie Vaskey with you here. It's tied up 3-3 between the Hawks and the Blazers as Beckman comes to bat. Leading off for the Blazers in this bottom of the 5th inning is the leadoff hitter, Isabel Bennett. She's 1 for 2. She struck out her first time up, singled in her last at-bat. As the first pitch is taken for ball 1, the 1-0 is fouled straight back into the screen to even the count at 1-1. Again, the West Delaware girls winning in game 1 here, 7-1. The West Delaware boys baseball team defeating the Beckman Blazers in game 1 over at Jenk Field. 8-3 the final in game number 1. It was tied up at 3s in the middle of the 4th inning. At last check, bouncer over to Yankovic by Bennett, and Yankovic's going to throw on to Hoffman for out number 1, and that's going to bring up Sydney Steffen, who is 1 for 2 on the night. She struck out swinging her first time up, singled back in that 2-run 3rd inning for the Blazers as the first pitch to Steffen is taken for ball 1, 1-0 the count. As she awaits the 1-0 from Wegman. And she hits this one to the left side. Kolak picks it up, throws on to first base for out number 2. So 2 away here, bottom of the 5th inning, and that's going to bring up Amber Bockenstead, the first baseman for the Blazers. And she's 1 for 2 in game number 2 here. Fly out in her first at-bat, singled last time up. She's going to hit this ball to the left side as well. First pitch swinging. Kolak over to Hoffman for out number 3. So 3 quick ground outs for the Blazers. We go to the top of the 6th. It's tied up 3-3 between the Hawks and the Blazers. We'll be back with more. This is West Delaware Softball from KMCH Sports.
This is Jamie Vaskey, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Guttenberg, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
Whether it's an orthopedic, sports, or occupational injury you are suffering from, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services has you covered. With a customized treatment program, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services can get you back on track in the active game of life. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare, close to home.
Back into Dyersville, Jamie Vaskey along with you as we move to the top of the 6th inning. The Hawks and Blazers tied at 3 here, and Caitlin Mangold pinch hitting for Kyra Vaskey here to lead on to the 6th inning. And the first pitch to Mangold is taken for a ball, 1-0 the count. On the mound still for, or in the circle rather, for the Blazers is Sydney Steffen as Mangold takes the 1-0 for a called strike 1. 1-1 the count as she digs in from the left side of the plate. The 1-1 is going to be popped in the air, foul, and out of play. So the count will go to 1-2 here as Mangold leading off inning number 6. Game 1 was all Hawks as they won that one 7-1, but a battle here in game 2 as the Blazers and Hawks are tied at 3s. The 1-2 pitch from Steffen to Mangold is going to be swung on a miss, strike 3 for out number 1, and that's going to bring up West Delaware sophomore second baseman Heidi Yankovic, as she also stands in here from the left side of the plate with 1 away here in the top of the 6th. As the first pitch is going to be taken high for ball 1, 1-0 the count. to Yankovic. As Yankovic 0 for 2, reached on an error first time up, grounded out. Her second time up, and the 1-0 is taken for called strike one. 1-1 the count here with one away. The top of inning number 6, all tied up 3-3. As we're over at Jenks Field. As Yankovic takes ball 2, 2-1. Get back to that in just a second. The 2-1 is going to be hit to the left side and gets by the third baseman out into left field. So Yankovic on with a single here. With one away in the top of the 6 over at Jenks Field. West Delaware baseball team now up 6-3 in the top of the 5th. 3 Beckman errors in that 5th inning as the Hawks still up to bat as they lead it 6-3 in the 5th inning. As we move to the top of the order, Emily Toll digs in for the Hawks and takes ball 1. Emily's 1 for 3 in this game. She's grounded out twice and singled in this game. As last night, as the 1-0 is taken for ball 2, as you heard on KMCH Sports throughout the day today, Emily Toll becoming West Delaware's all-time hits leader last night as she, in Game 1 against Western Dubuque, recorded career hit number 248 rather. Become West Delaware's all-time hits leader, surpassing Caitlin Heiserman. And also grad for Toll's going to bunt this one down. It's going to go foul. So the count will be 2-2 on Emily Toll with one away here. As Toll, 5-year starter here for the Hawks. As she awaits the 2-2, it's going to be swung on and missed. Strike 3, the throw back to Frankovic is going to have to dive back in safely. But she will, and there's 2 outs here. And that's going to bring up Liz Kolak. Kolak 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts in this game. Stands in with a runner on first with 2 away in the top of the 6th. Fouls this one straight back off the catcher's helmet. Catcher for the Blazers, sophomore Kelly Engelken. Both catchers doing a good job behind the plate here in both games tonight. As Kolak awaits the 0-1, this one's going to be popped up. First baseman calls everybody off, and that is Amber Bockenstead makes the catch for out number 3. But the Hawks don't score. They get 1 hit and leave 1 runner on. We go to the bottom of the 6th. We're all tied up. 3-3, you're listening to Hawk Softball on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Does your athlete have knee, ankle, or muscle pain from training hard? Are you looking for a simple, quick, and safe way to relieve that pain? Long-Term Medical Supply can help with their new non-prescription TENS device. Stop by the Long-Term Medical Supply location in downtown Manchester and relieve your athlete's pain today.
At Tauke Motors, we believe in a gentler, simpler way of doing business. Check out our large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as a great incentive at TaukeMotors.com. If you're looking for a new, pre-owned vehicle or service on your current vehicle, come to Tauke Motors, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram on 9th Street in Dyersville.
GMB Bank in Manchester is proud to support all area athletes and their communities. The GMB team is your connection to convenient banking and everyday time savers, like your debit card, online banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. Connect with a financial partner who truly understands your needs. GMB Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back into Dyersville, along with in-studio producer Darby Washington. Jamie Vasquez back with you here as we are tied up 3-3 between the Hawks and the Blazers here in the softball game. As we move to the bottom of inning number 6, leading off for the Blazers is going to be Kelly Engelken. Engelken 2 for 2 in this game. Engelken's 2 for 2, and this first pitch is fouled to the left side for strike 1. 0-1 the count. She has a double and a single in this game. As the 0-1 is taken for a ball to even the count at 1-1. She doubled. Engelken doubled in the second, singled in the third. And the 1-1 is taken for a ball, 2-1 the count. As Kristen Wegman on the mound for the Hawks. Emily Klosterman started this game. This ball's hit over to the left side. A nice running catch. A little dying blooper out there, and Kolak comes on to make the catch for out number 1. So a fly out to Liz Kolak, playing shortstop, going to her right behind Morrison, makes the catch for out number 1. That's going to bring up. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Becca Kennedy, as she came in for Carrie Wells after Wells went down with an injury. And she's going to foul this one off to run the count to 0-2. Again, Wells came up playing third base, made a great catch, but when she came down, she rolled over her shoulder, looked like her shoulder, and dropped the ball and left the game. And Kennedy went out to left field. Abby Hafler went to third base, and this is going to be grounded back to Wegman at the mound. She throws over to Hoffman for out number 2. So 2 away here. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, tied up 3-3. And that's going to bring up the right fielder, Macy Jock, who's 0 for 1. She had a sac bunt her first time up, flew out in her last at bat, as the first pitch to her is taken for a ball. 1-0 is the count. The 1-0 is fouled off to the right side. To even the count at 1-1 with 2 away here. Again, Wegman in, as Emily Klosterman started this game, took a line drive back in the 3rd inning to her pitching hand, and had to go out of the game as Jock hits a little soft blooper over to the right side. It's going to be caught by Bridget Hoffman at first base for out number 3. The Blazers go in order. When we come back for the top of the 7th, you're listening to one. It's all tied up 3-3. You're listening to Westover Softball on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Lariat Greenworks Landscaping can create the look you've always wanted with landscaping, trees, and shrubs, retaining walls, paver patios, fire rings, and windbreaks. Larry can deliver bulk mulch. And edgers call Larry at 563-920-3776. Greenworks Landscaping, from complete custom landscape to the do-it-yourselfer.
Strength on its own can be impressive. When consistency is added, that's when it becomes real. Northwestern Mutual has been able to deliver real financial strength for over 150 years through every economic environment. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. Northwestern Mutual, insurance, investments, ideas.
For all your general contracting needs, turn to the professionals at Lucky Building Service in Manchester. For commercial, remodeling, and building and new home construction, call the experts. Lucky Building Service in Manchester. 563-927-5677.
Get in shape and have fun at 24-Hour Total Fitness Center on East Main in Manchester. All levels, all ages. Begin your road to better health today at 24-Hour Total Fitness Center, East Main, Manchester.
Welcome back in. We go to the 7th. We're tied up 3-3 here between the Hawks and the Blazers. We go to the 7th inning. Ashley Himes digs in for the Hawks, and the first pitch from Sydney Steffen is taken for a called strike 1. 0-1 the count on Ashley Himes. As Himes was 1 for 3 on the night. She singled, flew out, and then lined out as the 0-1 to Himes is taken for a ball. 1-1 the count. As she stands in and awaits a 1-1. She hits this ball out into left field. If it stays fair, it's going to be foul ball. It was right near the line, and it's going to drop foul. So the count will go to 1-2. She's down to that one. And it fouled down the left field line. So it'll be 1-2. There's nobody out here in the top of the 7th. The Hawks and Blazers tied at 3. The 1-2 is taken high for ball 2. 2-2 to count here on Ashley Himes. she steps out, takes a couple of practice swings here, and awaits the 2-2 as she fouls this one up to the right side off of the light pole. As the count will remain 2-2 here. The 2-2 is in the dirt. It hit her. As it hit her. As now we're going to get a courtesy runner for Himes. And that is going to be Megan Hofer. Megan Hofer, the courtesy runner here for the Hawks. Coach Tegler is going to come out to the mound and have a talk with his entire team here, as there's nobody out here. Top of inning number 7. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back. You're listening to Hawk Softball from KMCH Sports.
When the unexpected happens, call Krager Body Shop in Dyersville. They specialize in major and minor collision repair and frame straightening. For all of your auto body work, see Krager Body Shop in Dyersville.
The Manchester Press is your community newspaper. Check out the sports section for game stats and photos of area players and game highlights. The Manchester Press, serving the area for over 130 years.
Back in here to Dyersville. We're tied up 3-3 between the Hawks and the Blazers here in the softball doubleheader. Haley Morrison digs in and she puts down a beautiful bunt, and it's going to be picked up by Amber Bockenstead, the first baseman, and she is going to throw on to first base where Brooke Lucas was covering. So sacrifice bunt there. Sacrifice bunt there by Morrison, as she was 3 for 3 with 3 singles going into that at bat. And now Coach Tegler is going to call timeout once again. Hofer, the courtesy runner for Ashley Himes, moves to second on that sacrifice bunt by Haley Morrison, as Bridget Hoffman will stand in for the Hawks here. She's 2 for 3. Has 2 singles and a fielder's choice here in this game for Hoffman, as Hoffman singled in the first, head into that fielder's choice, and later scored in the third, and singled in the 5th inning, as Coach Tegler is going to lead his second trip to the mound here in this inning, as has not made any changes, just going out and talking with his defense, as Steffen's still the pitcher here for the Blazers, as Hoffman stands in and takes the first pitch for ball 1. She's 2 for 3, as we mentioned. Hit a home run in game number 1 in the second inning of game 1 to put the Hawks up 1-0. And she stands in here and hits a ground ball, hard ground ball back to the pitcher, Steffen, as she's going to throw on to the first baseman, Amber Bockenstead, for out number 2, as Hofer moves up to third base there. As Kristen Wegman stands in here and takes first pitch for a ball, 1-0. As she is 1 for 2 in this ball game, as the 1-0 is taken. The 1-1 is taken for a called strike. 1-0 is called strike 1, and the 1-1 is taken for a ball, 2-1 the count. As Wegman 1 for 2. As the 2-1 is taken for ball 3, 3-1 the count now. As Wegman singled, she had a sac fly and was out on a runner interference. As she's going to hit this ball out of the right field, that's going to score a run. So an RBI single here for by Kristen Wegman, and Hofer is going to score. And now we're going to get a courtesy runner, as Nicole Goner is going to be the courtesy runner here for the Hawks, with 2 away and a runner on first base, and Megan Collins stands in here. She's 1 for 3. She singled. She flew out in her first time up and hit a lined out her last time up, and this is going to be a wild pitch. And Goner is going to go to second on the wild pitch, as now the catcher, Kelly Ingleton, is going to go out and have a talk with Sydney Steffen. As Goner, again, with courtesy runners, their normal courtesy runners, Kyra Vasky playing in this game. Caitlin Mangle pinch hit for Vasky and then came out. And Megan Hofer is courtesy running for Ashley Himes. So Nicole Goner running for Kristen Wegman as Collins takes the 1-0 for ball 2, and now 2-0 is taken for ball 3. 3-0 the count on Megan Collins, as Kyra Vasky stands in the on-deck circle. The Hawks lead it 4-3, top of inning number 7. And the 3-0 is taken for a called strike 1, 3-1 the count. Just a get-me-over pitch there by Steffen, as the count is 3-1. This game was tied, and that's going to be taken called strike 2. That looked a little high. Home plate umpire called it strike 2, so now the count is full with 2 away here in the top of the 7th. And Collins is going to hit field. The outfielder's going back as the center fielder Isabel Bennett comes on to her left to make the out for out number 3. But the Hawks do get a run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on. We go to the bottom of the 7th. West Delaware leads at 4-3. You're listening to Hawk Softball on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Great food and great fun with friends. That's what's waiting for you at Beaver's Lounge in Manchester. Check out their Thursday night bucket of wings special and Friday night fish special. Beaver's also has a different lunch special every Monday through Friday. Beaver's Lounge on the corner of Main and Madison in downtown Manchester. Leave it to Beaver's to show you a good time.
Newhouse Construction and Concrete is proud to support all our area athletes. Give Phil a call, 927-5178 for your commercial and or residential project. Visit newhouseconstruction.com. Newhouse Construction and Concrete turns design into reality.
Banking is all about relationships at F&M. We know that relationships take time to build and nurture. They are based on trust, commitment, and loyalty. Relationships don't happen overnight or by chance. They are key to reaching the financial goals of the individual client. Building relationships with our clients and community are essential. F&M Bank, the right choice. Member FDIC.
And welcome back into Dyersville. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Jamie Vasky with you, and West Delaware leading 4-3, looking to close the door and pick up a conference doubleheader sweep here tonight, as Mackenzie Ahrens stands in here for the Blazers, the freshman. As she's 0 for 2 tonight, she's flied out twice, and the first pitch to her is called strike 1. The 0-1 is taken outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count here. So we're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hawks have just taken the lead, 4-3, as a pitch hit back to Wegman. She fields it and throws on to first for out number 1. So 1-3 on the put out there for Wegman. And there is 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Brooke Lucas, who's 0 for 2 in this game. The first pitch to her, she swings, hits over to Hoffman, and she's going to pick it up for out number 2. So unassisted out there for Hoffman, and quickly they're 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th, and the Hawks 1 out away from taking this doubleheader sweep here in Dyersville tonight. We'll get an update from the West Delaware boys game. As this ball's hit out into center field, Emily Toll coming on. She makes the catch for out number 3, and the Hawks are victorious here in game 1, by a final score of 4-3 and take the doubleheader sweep here from the Beckman Blazers as they win 7-1 in Game 1, 4-3 in Game 2, and raise their record on the season to 22 in 10, 13-6 in conference play, 15-6 on the road schedule this year for the Hawks. The Hawks won 4-3. We'll take a break and recap when we come back. We'll catch up with Coach Tiffany Rain. Right after this, you're listening to West Delaware Softball from KMCH Sports.
Going above and beyond is a standard of care at Above and Beyond Home Health and Hospice Care. Their compassionate staff cares deeply about the comfort of their patients. A nurse is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Above and Beyond Healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Proudly serving Jones, Jackson, Johnson, Lynn, Clayton, and Delaware counties.
At Georgian Auto in Manchester, their approach to auto repairs is simple. Fix it right and get you back on the road. From tires to transmissions, they fix it all. Georgian Auto in Manchester, where complete automotive service and repair is their complete focus.
You may not wear glasses or contacts, but how do you know if you're seeing your best or if your eyes are healthy? Why not be proactive and get your eyes examined? Dr. Daniel E. Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Call 563-927-3682 to schedule an appointment. Manchester Family Vision Center wishes all the local sports teams best of luck this season. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes. Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester proudly supports all area athletes. Bob Stephen Motors is your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. Check them out on their web at bobstephenmotors.com.
A great night out awaits you at Hartridge Golf Course. Join us for Taco Tuesday and our Thursday night specials featuring roasted chicken. Watch the Iowa games with 50-cent wings and drink specials at Hartridge, north of Manchester on 195th Street.
Northeast Iowa Telephone Service in Manchester has everything you need to stay connected. Northeast Iowa Telephone has a staff of professionals available to help you get connected, from the installation of your new entertainment system to cable and data wiring in your home or business. Northeast Iowa Telephone Service is your sight, sound, and electronics connection on South Franklin Street in downtown Manchester.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank, with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at americantrust.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is located at 105 East Butler Street in Manchester and at 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton. Your vision is our primary focus.
Delhi Lumber has products for every home and every budget. Delhi Lumber carries Midland doors, which are one of the best values around. You can see Midland doors today or call Delhi Lumber at 563-922-2404. For more information, your Midland overhead door dealer, Delhi Lumber, big town quality with small town service. Delhi Lumber, your authorized overhead Midland door dealer, has big town quality with small town service.
At Community Savings Bank, it's simple. Simply free checking comes with free debit cards, free online banking with bill pay, free mobile money, and free thank you gifts. Find out more about Simply Free Checking at one of our 7 locations or online at csbiowa.com. Community Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Jay's Auto Supercenter on the Greater East End of Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, and a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. At Jay's Auto, customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
Hi, this is Jamie Vasky at Don & Wald LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester, encouraging you to plan ahead. Have us check your heating or air conditioning unit before you need it. For residential or commercial plumbing and heating needs and top quality Lennox furnaces and heating units, see Don & Wald LLC on East Main Street in Manchester, or give us a call at 927-2232.
Biofield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Biofield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
Whatever your favorite sport, we know you will join Parrott Insurance and Grinnell Mutual in supporting all of our local athletes. Parrott Insurance is proud to be part of this community and looks forward to catching all of the sports action this year. If you want a strong insurance team working for you, call Parrott Insurance today for a quote from Grinnell Mutual and experience our policy of working together.
And welcome back in here to Beckman as the Hawks victorious in game number 2, 4-3 the final score as they won game 1, 7-1. So a sweep here for the Hawks in this doubleheader against the Blazers. Conference doubleheader sweep here for West Delaware. As in this game, the Hawks with 11 hits, 4 runs, 1 error, and 9 runners left on base for the Hawks in game number 2. And for the Blazers, they had 3 runs on 5 hits and 3 runners left on base in this game. So the Hawks take the doubleheader sweep here tonight, as in game 1, the Hawks had 10 hits in that 7-1 win in game number 1. Emily Toll, West Delaware senior, adds to her season and career totals, as we're going to have her on here real quick. Let's talk about that as Emily Toll joins us now. And Emily, last night you broke that it stood for a while as the all-time hits leader at West Delaware, as you got your 208th hit, and then later added your 249th. That's a pretty impressive record, and a great feat to finish your senior season off here.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't really expecting anything like that. I had no idea that I was even that close. I had people come up and congratulate me, and I didn't really know why. But it was really cool, and to have someone like Caitlin Heiserman beat her, like, I used to look up to her so much, and it's really cool to hear that name and then have my name next to it. So.
And same style of hitter, left side of the plate, and the slap bunting and hitting as well. Added three more hits here tonight, and it kind of a tough game in that second one, but you added a couple more hits tonight and added to that. So what are your plans for adding on to that the rest of the season? You going to try to make it untouchable?
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Keep my name around here for a while. Can't forget about me too quickly, but I'm just going to try to keep doing what I do. I don't know.
And as you guys move forward, as you guys get your 22nd win of the season here tonight, looking forward, what are your guys' goals here for the rest of the season?
Well, obviously we want to make the state. We want to keep winning ball games especially. I know we're still working on little things, but as the season's progressed, we've gotten so much better in every area, and we just want to make it all the way because we really believe in ourselves, and we want to make it that far.
Very good. Well, Emily, thanks for joining us, and congratulations on the 2 wins tonight and on that career record.
Thank you.
West Delaware senior Emily Toll here joining us tonight as the Hawks get a couple wins here tonight, as Emily adding to her career hits record that she surpassed last night in that game in Epworth, as she recorded career hit number 248 and 249 in that game against the Western Dubuque Bobcats last night. And then, of course, added 3 more here tonight as the Hawks get 2 wins against the Blazers here tonight, as they win 7-1 in game 1 and 4-3 in game number 2. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and catch up with West Delaware head coach Tiffany Rave. Right after this, you're listening to West Delaware Softball from KMCH Sports.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
It's no secret that people Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
And welcome back into here to Dyersville one final time as Coach Tiffany Rave joins me now, and Coach, a couple wins here tonight, and you started off game 10 hits, got a 7-1, and you guys were just in control that entire first game, and I think gave up that one run in the bottom of the seventh, but just a good team win by you guys in game number 1.
Yeah, I think we did a nice job coming to the plate, attacking at the plate, swinging at good pitches, and really hitting the ball hard and letting good things happen as far as that went. Defensively, too, proud of the girls making the plays. We've always said, get our pitcher of those pop flies and those ground balls, and tonight I think we did a good job of doing that and make the plays behind her.
And then in game 2, little scare there with Emily Klosterman as she took one off the line drive off the hand, came back and finished the inning, but that was tough for her. I mean, you could see that it was bothering her right away, but you know what, Kristen did a great job. She came back in, and you guys gutted out a win in game 2. It was a little closer than you wanted it to be, but it still got the win here tonight.
Yeah, might not have won 100% the way we wanted it to, but I know I've said in the past, and this time of year, it's all about finding a way to get it done. And, Em came in, she threw a couple nice innings for us, and Kristen was able to come in and really shut the door on their hitters, which was nice to see, and proud of her at the plate for stepping up and getting it done there in the top of the 7th.
Absolutely. Well, last night in your first season here, you get a career milestone for one of your players, as Emily told, surpasses Caitlin Heiserman for the all-time hits leader at West Delaware. She added 2 last night, beat the record, and added on to it, and then added 3 more here tonight. And just she's a pretty special player, and one that you probably wish you had more than 1 year with, but she's a special player and a big accomplishment for her.
Emily is so incredibly athletic. She's fast. But most importantly, Emily is a great kid, and that's why it's so fun to celebrate this milestone with her and to see somebody like her come out with something so big in her career. Props to her, and I am excited for what the rest of her senior season has. And obviously, yes, I wish I had 1 more year with her, but a great kid and a well-deserving accomplishment.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, you get 2 wins here tonight. Congratulations on the doubleheader sweep, and best of luck to you the rest of the week.
Thank you.
Head Coach Tiffany Rave here on the post game as we get ready to send it back to John Swisher, who's at Jenk Field tonight over at Commercial Club Park, as we'll send it back to Swish after this. But the West Delaware softball team victorious in 2 games here tonight as they win 7-1 in game 1 and complete the night with a 4-3 victory in game number 2. That's going to do it for me here in Dyersville. This is Jamie Vaskey, and once again, the West Delaware Hawks softball team victorious in 2 games tonight, 7-1 and 4-3. You've been listening to West Delaware Hawks softball from KMCH Sports.
Field as they win 7-3 in the nightcap. It just ended. Beckman threatened, had 2 runners on with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning as a line-out double play. Dallin Brooks, the second baseman, able to grab it, throw on to third, double off a runner, and that's the way this second game ends. 7-3, the final after the Hawks won game number 1, 8-3. Dan McClain, we saw some good baseball played here by the West Delaware Hawks tonight. And reason they're one of the second-best teams in the east side of this conference. And for Beckman, saw some things un-Beckman-like here tonight. Give you credit to the Hawks playing great baseball, but Beckman just did not play the Blazer style here tonight for most of the night.
And West Delaware, give them a lot of credit for their defense. They made some nice plays on the infield and caught everything that was hit to them in the outfield. They had 3 errors in the second game. It didn't cost them very much. Beckman's errors cost them 3 runs in the 5th inning, which extended their lead to 3 after Beckman had tied at 3-3. Sam Stelkin, the starting pitcher for Beckman, looked fine at times, and at other times he struggled with his control. He hit 3 guys, walked 2 or 3 guys, and didn't have very good defense behind him, to be quite honest with you. Beckman hit the ball hard, but West Delaware caught the ball. The last play of the game was pretty emblematic. It was a nice running catch by the West Delaware second baseman to end the game on a ball that was hit fairly hard. Yes. And not only did Beckman make errors, though, they made a lot of mental mistakes. And you didn't see a lot of mental mistakes from West Delaware. They made 1 or 2 running mistakes in the second game, but it cost them probably a couple runs as well. And in the second game, both teams struggled at the plate when they had opportunities. West Delaware did much better. They were 4 for 12 with runners in scoring position. So that's, a 333 average. That's pretty good. Beckman was only 2 for 15, and they stranded 10 guys in the second game. But you're not that, particularly when you make 4 errors.
Yes, indeed. The Hawks improved to 21-4. The Blazers dropped to 16-12. Run down those totals in the line score, will you, Dan?
In the second game, West Delaware had 7 runs on 8 hits. They committed 3 errors, left 8 runners on base, and were 4 for 12 with runners in scoring position. They left 9 guys on base in the first game, didn't commit any errors. And in the second game for Beckman, they had 3 runs on 9 hits and 4 errors, almost identical to their line score in the first game, where they had 3 runs on 7 hits and committed 4 errors. Left twice as many on in the second game, hit 10, and were 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position first game, and fell to 2 for 15 with runners in scoring position in the second game. But not in the box score. It's just the mental mistakes, and there was a lot of mental mistakes made by Beckman in both games, and both games that cost them several runs.
A lot of positives for the West Delaware Hawks. We talked about that, limiting the mental mistakes, limiting the physical errors. Only had 3 in the second game after having 0 in the first game. Beckman committed 4 in the first game. So they're going to have to shore some things up when they get in the postseason here, when that starts here in a couple of weeks. And Beckman usually does. A fundamental game. I know Coach Jake, Coach Martin, Coach Bongstead are out there now probably talking about those things that we just alluded to, and it's just not the Beckman way, and they know the fundamentals have got to come to the forefront here. They'll keep on working on those little things that usually they take for granted here, but those are the things that win games, and we saw that here tonight.
And West Delaware has to go away from the game thinking that, our pitchers are going to be happy with our defense. I mean, it gives your pitchers an opportunity to throw strikes, because if the other team hits it, West Delaware is going to track it down. They did a nice job in the outfield of getting the balls, hitting the gaps, line drives, made a couple nice throws, threw a runner out at the plate in the second game that prevented Beckman from tying it in the first inning, and made wonderful plays. Even though they had 3 errors, their errors were kind of tough errors on 2 of them, and they made up for it with the sparkling defensive plays.
Yes, indeed. So Beckman falls to 16-12 at home. They're now 6-6, 13-8 in the WAMAC Conference. On the east side, they're now 5-6. West Delaware improving to 21-4, 13 and 14-3 on the road. In the WAMAC, they're 15-4 and 8-1 on the east side of the conference. The Hawks at number 4 in Class 3A, and the latest rankings out yesterday, the Blazers are still number 3 in Class 2A. So Beckman will find out in the next couple of days where they will go for postseason play, likely maybe hosting again here. The rumor that Beckman will host with a great facility here at Jenk Field inside Commercial Club Park, with that loaded district we talked about earlier with Mount Vernon, Beckman, Anamosa, Clayton Ridge, and MFL Marmac. On the other side, you have Cascade, Northeast, and others. West Delaware will be in with Waverly, Shell Rock, Oldwine, and other Class 3A teams there. So the season of getting ready for your second season is here. It'll be a great time as always.
And the Waverly Shell Rock game was a game that I'm sure West Delaware's look forward to all year, a revenge game from last year. Beckman has to avoid the landmines of the district. They'd probably face Cascade in a sub-state, which would be a repeat of tournaments probably for the last 10 years. So both teams have things to look forward to. Good test for both teams will be the Central DeWitt team, which both play here in the next week. And Central DeWitt, of course, leading their side of the WAMAC undefeated at this point.
Absolutely. We are going to take a quick break here and come back with the head coach of the West Delaware Hawks, Nate Lahr. He'll join me next in the postgame as the Hawks get the sweep here on the baseball diamond, just like they do on the softball field. We'll be back right after this from KMCH Sports.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory wishes all the best to the athletes and appreciates their hard work and scholastic efforts throughout the year. For personal, caring service, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team, the Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and New Vienna. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
This is Jamie Vaskey, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Gutman, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary service to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
Whether it's an orthopedic, sports, or occupational injury you are suffering from, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services has you covered. With a customized treatment program, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services can get you back on track in the active game of life. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare, close to home.
Does your athlete have knee, ankle, or muscle pain from training hard? Are you looking for a simple, quick, and safe way to relieve that pain? Long-Term Medical Supply can help with their new non-prescription TENS device. Stop by the Long-Term Medical Supply location in downtown Manchester and relieve your athlete's pain today.
And back inside St. Field here at Commercial Club Park in Dyersville. John Swisher back with you. Bonus coverage here from the second baseball game as the Hawks get the win 7-3 after winning the first contest here tonight 8-3. The Hawks improved their record overall to 21-4, now 8-1 in Wamak East Division games with the doubleheader sweep over the Beckman Blazers. Joined now by the fine head coach of the Hawks, Nate Lahr, in his second season, and coming out here tonight against this Beckman team, more consistent play, I'm sure, was the goal of you and your staff of You've been playing some good baseball. Last night we saw some good things over Western Dubuque. It wasn't the cleanest game by any means, but you get the W's. You've been doing that here and there lately, but playing better baseball was on the minds of your staff.
Definitely. You know, we've been winning some ugly games as it's been going through here the last couple weeks, but we've continued to make plays and improve, and it was good to see tonight offensively much better approach at the plate, hit some balls hard. Execution-wise, we had guys execute bunts all night long, keep the pressure on those guys, kept the pressure on when we were running the bases as well, and we're able to come out here with 2 big wins.
And getting out early, setting the tone early in the games, 3 runs in that first inning of Game 1. You had a run in Game 2 in the first inning, so getting off right off the bat and telling that other team, we're here to play again, and setting that positive tone, the name of the game.
Definitely. It was great to see. Ready to go right out of the gate. And that's a lot of what we talked about, is finding that good spot mentally where you need to be, not too high, not too low, and ready to go right when that first pitch is coming.
And in Game 1, another quality outing by your senior, Ty Cassidy. He picks up his 10th career varsity win, his 5th now this year, matching his record from last year at 5-0. And he just continues. He's not going to overpower anybody, just continues to pitch well.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of guys on our staff that have the stuff to overpower many people, but we do a great job of locating pitches, mixing our speeds, and keeping guys off balance. And the 3 guys we've thrown the last 2 nights have all came out and competed and been ready to go. And even though when things weren't going quite the way you wanted to behind you at times, they will pitch through some things and finish the ball game.
And Owen Ward in that second game, exactly what you talked about there, just hitting his spots and getting ahead and getting ground balls, getting outs.
Absolutely. That's a big step in the right direction for Owen. He's been kind of coming. We can kind of see that the last 2 or 3 outings that he's had, that he's kind of ready to break out, and he was ready to get out there and he did his job all night long.
And another key factor you talked about, all three of those guys pitching 3 games. You have 4 games left, so you have more of the pitching staff to go to if you need it, with 2 tomorrow night at Marion and 2 at home against Williamsburg on Friday night. And when you're going into a week with 8 games, you're thinking, oh boy, how many pitchers are we going to have to use if things go wrong here and there? But what a great start to the week so far.
Absolutely. Having 2 tough quality opponents here right off the bat, we were prepared to kind of see what happens, and we were hoping that we could get through with as minimum amount of guys as we could, and we were able to do that with just 3 guys, so that sets us up a little bit better here going forward these next 2 dates this week.
And the offense continues. We talk about the pitching, the defense that did well tonight. No errors in the first game. You had 3 in the second game, but the offense continues to come through and be consistent for the most part.
Absolutely. Up and down our lineup, we've got guys that can swing the bat, and we just got to get those guys at the bottom of our order a little more consistent. But even when things aren't going quite right for them, they're able to execute and able to help us out in other ways too.
And tomorrow night, we talked about at Marion, 5 o'clock, doubleheader with the Indians non-division WAMAC conference play. And Coach Fish and company, they're well coached down there. They're up to 5-6 games over 500, last check of their record tomorrow night. But going on the road, it's always a battle with them.
Absolutely. We know that's going to be a good coach team, like you said, by Coach Fish down there. And we're expecting their best. So we're going to get ready to go here and head back out on the road tomorrow.
And then back at home on Friday night, one of the better teams on the west side of the conference in the Raiders of Williamsburg.
Definitely. We're excited to get back home here after this kind of long road stretch here with 6 games to start the week on the road. And we'll be able to get back on our home turf there and ready to go on Friday night.
And just losing 1 game, got to make that up next Tuesday night. The game next Tuesday afternoon, I should say, still 1 o'clock next Tuesday?
Yep.
At Farley, you lost that one last night. So the grind continues here towards the end of the season. The pairings will be out in the next week. Haven't had a chance to talk to you since the groupings came out. The same teams, I believe, all same teams from a year ago. What's your thinking right now on the way the pairings will be?
Absolutely. We know we're going to get another tough competition from those teams up north there. Right now, we're just focusing on finishing this regular season out the way we need to. We've got quality opponents the rest of the way out. Yeah. There's no step back. It's got to be steps in the right direction here the rest of the way if we want to be competitive these next 2 weeks.
Quality opponents to get you ready for the postseason. Congrats on the 2 wins here tonight on the road. We'll see you tomorrow night down in Marion.
Thanks a lot.
You betcha. Thank you. Nate Lauren, the fine head coach of the Hawks. Appreciate his time here tonight in Dyersville as we wrap it up here tonight from Jake Field. The Hawks get the doubleheader sweep as 8-3 in game 1, 7-3 in the second game. Ty Cassick got the win in the first game as he's 10-0 now, as his record 10-0 overall in his career, 5-0 now this year. And Owen Ward gets the win here in game number 2 tonight as Owen Ward improves his record to 2-2. So we'll have coverage tomorrow night. Roger Wright will join me for West Delaware baseball as they take on the Indians down in Marion tonight. Tomorrow night, I should say, we'll start at 5 o'clock tomorrow night from Marion High School baseball field, as that'll be 2 games, of course, starting at 5 o'clock on that conference non-division action. And then Bill Logan and I will be back with you on Friday night as we'll have the Hawks against the Raiders of Williamsburg inside Exide Field at the Beckman Sports Complex. Thanks to Jamie Vasky tonight for his great help with West Delaware softball as the Hawks were victorious on the softball diamond here near Beckman High School, taking down the Blazers of Beckman as the Hawks improved the record at 22-10, dropping Beckman to 6-19 on the softball diamond tonight with a 7-1 win in game 1 and 4-3 in the second game. Thanks to in-studio producer Darby Washington. Thanks to my partner here earlier tonight from Jenk Field, Dan McClain, the fine PA announcer of Jenk Field as well. Thanks to all 38 of our sports boosters for great support for us to be able to carry high school sports right here from KMCH. Until tomorrow night, John Swisher saying, have yourselves a good and safe rest of your Tuesday night. So long, everybody, from Dyersville, Iowa.
The KCRG TV9 First Alert Forecast, increasing clouds tonight, that overnight low near 56. Slight chance of an isolated shower, otherwise mostly cloudy skies early, partly cloudy late, and a high of 76. Mostly clear tomorrow night, back to 54. Winds north 5 to 10 tonight, east at 5 to 10 tomorrow. Partly sunny, a fantastic Thursday with 75 degrees. I'm First Alert Storm Team meteorologist Joe Winters on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
More music.
Great music.
Love the music.